Hey, family. Welcome to another episode of the Beacon of Truth podcast. I am your host, Mrs. Erin Willis. Happy Sunday. I know it's kind of odd to see me on a Sunday, but my team is lost, so I'm not watching enough football for the rest of the day. I was actually supposed to do this show yesterday, but we ended up going to a cookout that lasted all day. So here I am today. But nevertheless, y'all already know I'm not going to be before you long. But my message today is if you see something, say something. And I ain't talking about snitching or whatever that, I know that's used for like criminal investigations and stuff like that. But nah, criminal activities. No, no, no. I mean, if you see somebody that you really rock with that is doing something that you support, let them know. You have no idea how much words mean. Just a small word of encouragement. You don't even have to go into great details. I see you. I see what you did there. You did a good job. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Let somebody know. Like if you see, especially when it comes to content creators and not just myself. But the whole reason that I am actually doing this episode this Sunday, is because earlier this week during the course of my job, I ran into a fan. Like I didn't know I had fans, yeah. I mean, a lot of people that watch my podcast are either family or connected to family. So, I get little nuggets here and there from them, but it's kind of like, man, they family. They pose to say that, especially like my husband. He is my biggest fan, but he won't ever really be my like critic. So I ran into this guy named Shawn up in Harold's at Marietta. And he says, "Oh, by the way, your podcast is dope." Y'all, I almost hit the floor. Like, wait, what? You see my podcast? Yeah, I binge watched it. I was on a flight and blah blah. What? You binge watched me? Really? And one of the things that he said to me was that I have to be more consistent. Thanks. I do. I do have to be more consistent. But one of the reasons that I have been inconsistent is just because I didn't think that anybody was checking for me. Like, it don't matter if I do a show or not. Nobody's really gonna notice or, pick up on the fact that it's been a couple weeks or a month or so. But it really motivated me to know that somebody's watching. So when I say see something, if you see something, say something, that's what I mean. Just encourage people, especially in this day and age. And I've said this often. We need to try and be a light in a world of darkness. It's rough out here in life, period. Not just in content creation and things like that, but in life. And it's a lot of negativity and kind of like hate. And I don't mean like haters. You have those. It's gonna be those regardless of what you do. But just like the climate that we're in, it's almost wrong to be nice. Um, and it didn't used to be like that, but it's definitely a challenging time. And I just encourage you to encourage others. I mean, it costs nothing at all to be nice. And to just let somebody know that, you see them, you rocking with them. You never know how much of a difference you can make in somebody's life just with that one little act of kindness. And that's pretty much all that I have for you. So I will be back. I will be back. And no matter how inconsistent I have been, I can promise you I will not quit. I will continue to be here when I'm here. But I'm just not going to give up on the show. And I appreciate those of you who have not given up on me. And it's the Beacon of Truth podcast. Y'all know what we gonna do, and we gonna do it. But before I do get up out of here, two things. I will give you your black fact very shortly. And once again, I would like to remind you that early voting has started, at least in Georgia and in several other states. If you check out the short video that I did maybe a week or so ago, early voting. I'm sorry, I put the links up there, not just to those Georgia residents, but also to those outside. So click the link, see where you can go vote when early voting starts and things like that. And please make your voice heard. Um, don't be discouraged by people that try and tell you that your vote don't matter. Because if your vote didn't matter, they would make it easy for everybody to vote. Okay. They wouldn't be out here arresting people that just voted like it's 1956 or something. But That's neither here nor there. That's not what this episode is about. Once again, guys, if you see something, if you see somebody doing something good, doing something positive, let them know that you see them. Just drop a kind word. That's all I ask. All right, let me give you your black fact and I will be out of your way. So today's black fact, of course, I can never get this clear for you guys, but I'm trying. It's Marcus Garvey, born August 17th, 1887 to June 10th, 1940. He was a Jamaican political leader, publisher, journalist, entrepreneur, orator, and proponent of the Pan Africanism movement. He founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League in 1914. At its height, the organization had over 5 million paid members worldwide, the largest African diaspora of organization, of its time. In 1919, he established the Negro Factories Corporation and founded the Black Star Line, a shipping and passenger line which promoted the return of the African diaspora to their ancestral lands. And he was one of the most influential leaders of the 20th century in Jamaica. Once again, that is your black fact. This is Marcus Garvey. And as always, I am your host, Miss Erin Willis. I greatly, greatly appreciate your support. And anybody else that you're rocking with, let them know that you do. All right. Until next time, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Stay safe and